Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to getting truly well-informed, without getting totally bogged down in all the details. Today, we're diving deep into a really fascinating novel, Federico Joan Mayer's Lighter Than Air. Our mission, basically, is to try and uncover its profound moral essence. What's the fundamental objective driving this story, and maybe what makes it so captivating? Just hearing that title, right? Lighter Than Air. It immediately sparks something, doesn't it? What does it evoke for you listening now? Does it bring up images of, effortless freedom, soaring above things, shedding burdens, maybe?
Or maybe something a bit more unsettling.
Exactly, like a lack of grounding, detachment, or even, an absence of substance is such an intriguing phrase, sets the stage for so much. And just to give you a sense of its, let's say, literary weight, this isn't just any novel. Lighter Than Air actually won the prestigious Clarion Prize for novel back in 2009. So, we're talking about something with a compelling premise, but also like real skill and depth behind it. Let's unpack what makes this book such a powerful experience.
Well, what's truly fascinating here, I think, is how a title alone can almost act as a compass for the story's whole moral journey. Lighter Than Air. It isn't just descriptive, is it? It inherently suggests, an invitation to think deeply. Like you said, it presents this beautiful duality. On one hand, it speaks to liberation, that desire to be free from weights, literal or metaphorical.
Like regrets or expectations.
Yes, exactly. Past regrets, societal expectations, even the heavy identity maybe we've carried around. But then on the other hand, it forces us to consider the ethical side of that quest for lightness. Is real freedom found in shedding everything? Or does responsibility maybe paradoxically give life its grounding? The novel, for instance, it really delves into this paradox. There's a character driven by this intense desire to escape a traumatic past. And she meticulously sheds every single possession, every tie, every piece of her identity to become, quite literally lighter.
Wow.
But in doing that, she kind of inadvertently sheds the very connections that make her human. It makes us ask, does true lightness come from escape or from finding a way to carry our burdens with maybe grace?
That's a powerful distinction.
This tension is precisely what makes the novel so attractive, so thought-provoking right from the start. It promises a story that won't just, entertain, but will challenge your deepest ideas about self and freedom.
That distinction, escaping burdens versus carrying them with grace, really makes you think about what we cling to versus what we actually need. And it's not just the words setting the tone, is it? The visual presentation, the cover art reinforces it brilliantly. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. If you look at the cover for Lighter Than Air, it's visually quite striking. You see this tiny, almost fragile figure sort of tucked under this vast flowing expanse of translucent blue fabric. It's almost dreamlike, ethereal. It could suggest protection or maybe something much more isolating. What do you see in that image? How do you think it connects to the novel's core moral questions?
Well, if we connect that visual to let's say the broader ethical landscape of the novel, the cover art isn't just decoration at all. It's a potent symbol. It speaks volumes before you even read a word. That tiny figure under the big, translucent blue fabric. It's incredibly evocative, I agree. It could symbolize deep vulnerability, maybe an individual trying to find shelter in a world that feels just overwhelming.
Right.
Or perhaps even a deliberate act of disappearing, striving for that ultimate lightness. Yet, there's also that hint of entrapment, isn't there? The fabric, while it looks like comfort, could also be a kind of shroud. A self-imposed barrier separating the person from real human connection.
Like a beautiful prison.
Sort of, yeah. And the translucence is key here too, I think. It hints at a truth that's almost visible but just out of reach. Or maybe a character trying to become invisible. This kind of artistic choice makes the novel attractive by adding another layer of mystery, inviting that deeper thought. It beautifully sums up the central moral dilemma of the book. That delicate balance between seeking personal liberation and maintaining those profound, sometimes heavy ties that bind us to others.
So the cover really sets a profound tone.
Absolutely. It suggests this isn't just a story, but an exploration of the deeper, emotional, philosophical undercurrents of what it means to truly exist.
Okay, so we've got the title's duality, the cover's subtle visual metaphors. The novel's clearly designed to make you think. And then, like we mentioned, it comes with that undeniable stamp of approval, winning the Clarion Prize for a novel in 2009. That's a huge endorsement, right? It signals that the literary community recognizes its exceptional quality and impact. For a reader, That kind of award tells you you're probably in for something pretty special, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Winning an award like the Claren isn't just about, literary achievement. It signifies that a novel has effectively done its job, its fundamental objective, to engage and resonate with its audience on a really profound level, emotionally and intellectually. These awards, they often celebrate works that fearlessly explore complex human conditions, maybe universal truths, or compelling ethical narratives with exceptional skill and insight. In the case of Lighter Than Air, this recognition basically assures us that Jean Maire hasn't just posed these deep questions about freedom, burden, connection.
Right.
He's also crafted a narrative that brings these dilemmas vividly to life, through characters and situations that feel, deeply authentic. It tells you the novel isn't just an attractive concept, it's a masterfully executed story. Offers a rich tapestry of insights, stays with you long after you finish it. It's like an external validation promising a meaningful experience, one that'll challenge your perspectives and maybe provide some genuine aha moments about existence itself.
Okay, so putting it all together, we have this poetic, thought-provoking title, the enigmatic, visually rich cover art, and then the prestigious recognition from the Claren Prize. How do all these powerful elements combine? How do they converge to make Lighter Than Air such an attractive and, importantly, a morally resonant experience for us, the readers? What's the sort of central insight that comes out of this combination?
Ultimately, I think the main goal of a truly compelling novel, one that gives you that lasting impact, those aha moments, is often its ability to make us reflect on our own lives, our own ethical frameworks. Lighter Than Air, through its carefully chosen title, its evocative imagery, and its critical recognition, it promises and delivers an exploration of these profound themes.
How so?
Well, the title makes us ponder the nature of lightness and burden, pushes us to define what true freedom means. The cover visually captures that tension between seeking freedom and the potential isolation, maybe self-entrapment, that can come with shedding everything. And the Claren Prize assures us that this delicate, complex exploration is handled with a masterful touch, turning philosophical questions into a living, breathing narrative. So what emerges is this profound inquiry into what it truly means to live a life lighter than air. And the novel doesn't give simplistic answers, which is important.
Right, it wouldn't be very profound if it did.
Exactly. Instead, it beautifully illuminates the complexities of human choice. It shows that while the desire for liberation is, innate, maybe complete detachment doesn't lead to happiness. It might lead to a new, perhaps even more profound kind of emptiness. It brilliantly suggests that genuine freedom often lies not just in avoiding life's weights, but in understanding how to carry them, how to connect, how to define our own values. That insight, that grappling with the intangible yet deeply personal parts of being human, that's what makes it so valuable and profoundly engaging for any reader.
That's a really powerful synthesis, yeah. This deep dive into Federico Jean Maire's Lighter Than Air really shows how a novel, through its whole presentation, from the poetic title and symbolic cover to its critical acclaim, it all works together, works in concert to deliver a story that's not just captivating, but one that deeply challenges how we understand freedom, what burdens maybe we need to carry, and where our sense of self truly lies. It's really a testament to literature's power, isn't it? To make us pause and truly consider the world around us and, the world within us too. So as you go about your day, maybe consider this. What aspects of your own life, your own experiences, would you choose to make lighter than air? And what moral or personal implications might that lightness truly carry for you? What responsibilities might you shed, and what new form of connection, or perhaps what new emptiness might you discover then? It's a question that resonates, I think, far beyond the pages of any book. Invites a truly personal reflection that can last long after our conversation ends. Thank you for joining us on The Deep Dive.